Go.
Hi, I'm Audrey Shimkas, and I'm a broker in the San Francisco Bay Area, in Marin County, and I've just listed this 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home. And the owner has vacated it, so in order to enhance visuals, I've hired one of the best stagers in the whole Bay Area, that would be Sheri Armor. And by doing so, we will enhance the value of it. So, come in. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Sheri. Oh, great.
Glad you can be here to see the transformation.
Oh, absolutely. Cannot wait.
Yeah, it's great. So, I'll just shut the door. It's a little breezy out there. Yeah, so what do you think?
Well, this is really a lot brighter than it used to be.
Yes.
It used to be green.
This was a fun transformation. The owner was an artist, and she really loved, like a good artist, a lot of deep, rich colors, which were all over the house.
Right.
And
Right.
one of the things we tell sellers is that this is nothing personal, because it's a selling formula about depersonalizing and neutralizing.
Right.
So we had a little challenge getting her on board, but she really got it after we explained, and so she was willing to let go of her palette of colors and her unique
And her
home
artwork
that she
too.
created. Yeah, it was very special to her.
Right.
But what this house had that was so great was the modern architecture.
Yeah.
And the way the home was shown before was actually looking more like a worldly, eclectic house. And so it wasn't
Yeah.
really showing the home in the
Right.
best light.
Right.
So we neutralized everything with our magic paint formula that we use over and over again. And it's not just a standard white. This is a warm white, which also photographs really well. So
Really?
we take that into account as well.
Oh,
Not just how it looks when you're in person, but how it shows in photos.
okay.
So that's also part of the selling formula. So this really transformed into a really open, crisp,
It feels larger.
yes, it feels larger.
And welcoming, because it is beautiful. There's the skylight up there.
Yes, and in the modern
A view through the
architecture,
window.
we're painting the trim the same color as the walls to give the walls a more expansive feeling.
Oh.
Kind of the older idea would be that you would have the baseboards and the trim in a contrast color. But now
Right.
everything goes the same.
Oh, okay.
It's much more contemporary.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good tip.
So glad you like the transformation.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
All right, show us.
So, we really had to work with what was here existing. There was another challenge with staging and potential buyers is that, they really like to see a flow of
Right.
materials. So
And there's a different floor in each room.
it is, and so, neutralizing the colors, that really helped quite a bit, and creating, just that expanse in the main room. We chose to leave the wood paneling.
Uh-huh.
This was actually part of the old home, and it had somewhat of that, washed, organic feeling to it. So we thought, well, we'll leave that natural wood.
I see.
It complements the white walls.
It does, very
So
nicely.
that worked out.
Did you paint the ceilings too?
We did paint the ceilings, yes.
Wow.
Everything was painted in Swiss coffee, Benjamin Moore. I've just given out my selling formula color.
It does open it up.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And this one has a lot of unique architecture to it. I mean, the stairwell is really, well, it's an artist's home, right? So
Yes.
it's very unique with the touches. So this main room was a bit of a challenge because, first of all, the fireplace was not really very contemporary, but we didn't have an option to, replace that, so we had to work around it. So the thought was, to kind of not focus on the fireplace. Usually you want to, center the room around a fireplace. Here we decided to detract from that. And using smaller scaled furnishings and more contemporary obviously helped lend itself to the modern architecture. The space, I think potential buyers are actually looking for spaces that are open, the living, dining, and kitchen, so that is not a negative at all, but the space itself was rather small. So that's why we chose mirrors, large mirrors to reflect views and open up space.
And the couch in that angle to the
Yeah,
corner
that was a real challenge.
makes it focus on those windows.
Right, and that's what you want, because you really want to have your eye draw out to the view, because that's what's so spectacular about this home.
Yeah.
The view.
Yeah.
And we also use glass dining tables in spaces that are, a little bit smaller than the norm. It just gives it that open feeling. Now the kitchen, you'll see in the before pictures, the owner had spent quite a bit of money putting in beautiful new cherry cabinets, and the quality was very good.
Yes.
But what we had this washed sort of organic siding meets marble meets the green tile meets the red cabinetry. So
Yes.
I had to really talk her into allowing us to paint those white. And we also switched out the hardware to create a little more contemporary feeling
It
there.
looks beautiful.
So it was a tough sell, but I think once she saw the transformation, she understood why we needed to do that. Again, you have a lot of mixed pattern and material, which every good artist loves, but it was her personal taste, but just a little bit too much for the general public, because most people that are looking for a home want to envision their furnishings in the home. So the more that you can neutralize and depersonalize, the easier it makes for that buyer.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We had another challenge out here on the deck. Again, the beautiful view is what you really want to have your eyes just float out to. But it had a more traditional redwood stain on the deck, and it really kind of stopped your eye as you were looking out towards the view. So we chose to neutralize that into a really soft, organic.
You painted that.
Yes.
Now you do love.
Yeah, a lot of smoke and mirrors go in with the paint, especially is huge in transforming things.
Yeah.
So that just really helped soften that whole transition out to the view.
Oh, amazing. It looks very natural in the setting.
Exactly.
With the green foliage.
Good. I'm glad you like that. That was the whole idea.
Wow, what a view. That's just lovely.
Yes, it definitely is.
And I see there's another mirror here.
Yeah, so those are the smoke and mirrors that we use, and every staging job has to have a good combination of mirrors.
It
And
opens
our
the kitchen
balance,
up.
it
It's like
does.
another room.
That's exactly what it does.
Very good.
Should we go downstairs
Oh, yeah.
and see the master? Any other questions up here, Audrey?
No, I'm just taking it all in. I'm delighted.
Yeah, she has beautiful taste in the wood and the features that she brought in.
This staircase seems like an architectural
It really is.
piece. It reminds me of something you find in the 50s.
And this is a unique landing down here. It is something you find in an artist's home, unique spaces that maybe don't really have a function, but they're just beautiful. And this one with the built-in bookshelves was really a nice feature. But again, we had the challenge down here with the bright colors. In fact, I think she might have been into a little bit of feng shui because there was a lot of red in the bedroom on the walls,
Right.
which doesn't really work for potential buyers, so we just used the formula of neutralizing. And they also they installed cork flooring, which is, a lot of people love this. The only challenge with this flooring is that it's a bit bold in color. And so what we did to, soften that was just add some area rugs in a lighter color. I mean, typically in staging, if we have the budget, we'll go ahead and we'll carpet the bedrooms just to create that softer, more luxurious feeling. So instead we added rugs, and I think we kind of created the visual,
You did. You really brought it into what I think buyers are looking for today.
Yes. And there was, in the before photos, you'll see there was heavy, very large-scale wood furniture in here, and of course with the dark walls, it wasn't that a formula that appeals to the masses. It was really unique and eclectic for the owner that was living here. So we just went 180 degrees in the other direction and added soft palettes, organic palettes, of color, and the
It's
upholstery.
much more cheerful than I remember with all the dark
Yes,
colors.
and serene,
Which
you know,
is-
the softer linens and things that are,
Mhm.
you know, that are in right now. I mean, if you look at Restoration Hardware and you see their whole concept is this soft organic palette,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
that's very popular. So we're trying to appeal to the masses, and the masses are used to seeing that Restoration Hardware formula, and Pottery
Right,
Barn in
right,
some cases. You know, you can refer to those catalogs, and you're seeing what the public is accustomed to.
Well, lovely. I'm just
Yes.
delighted. It's just such a
This-
different feel, and it's a lighter feel. I mean, lighter emotionally.
And, you know, your eye floats out again to the view, just because, you know, it's neutral in
It
here. And
does.
that's an incredible view.
It's definitely a picture right there. Love.
And this is a large master suite, too.
Mhm.
You know, the living space is not typically what we would call a large space, but here they really did create a beautiful architectural master suite.
Round walls.
Yeah, that's a
she-
very
she
nice
said.
feature. And it's nice also to have a sitting area. That's desirable.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you want to take a look in the bathroom in here?
Sure. Okay.
So this was, again, we're talking about a great artist who loves texture and color. So we had a lot of interesting color on the wall, and then this floor is very strong, you know, in
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah.
So our challenge was just to neutralize as much as we could, and that meant just painting the walls out in a soft, organic color, and that really helped to kind of tie it all together. We did not have a budget to replace countertops and things like that, so we worked, you know, within that structure.
But this is quite beautiful. This
It
this
actually
tile
is,
like
it's,
a
you
glass.
know,
or
it's an
something.
organic color, and all the materials that were used in this home were really top quality,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
she did that.
Yeah,
And you painted this out too.
we did, we painted the cabinet, because it was just one more dimension that was a little stifling, so.
Distracting.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you know, staging is the formula of depersonalizing. So that's what we did.
You did.
We
You did a wonderful job.
Yes.
The house is a totally different house.
Yeah.
Transformation
It
is the right word for it.
It really is.
Well, thank you very
Well,
much.
you're welcome, Audrey.
Yes,
Thank
you did
you.
a great
Thank you.
job.
All right, appreciate
Yes,
it.
my favorite stager.
Thank you,
The
Audrey.
best.
Good luck with the sale.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Sure will.
All right. Bye, Audrey.
Bye, Sherry.